Hey guys, I'm here again for another writing vlog because they are just so popular. No, they're not. But hey, this is my channel, so I can talk about whatever the fuck I want, and I want to talk about writing. So there. Ha. I haven't planned out anything about today's vlog except for the topic. I don't have anything written down in my notebook, so this is going to be a seat in my pants type of situation, which are always fun and a good idea. Today's topic is a simple one that I have had in my head to talk about for a little while, and that is the worst writing advice that I have ever taken. Or maybe more accurately, the worst writing advice that I have ever taken completely to heart and tried to follow to the letter. So throughout my illustrious writing career, throughout my writing career, I have been given a lot of advice. I've asked for advice, I've been given advice by helpful people throughout my life. People who are older than me, people who are teachers, all kinds of interesting people have helped me out through my journey, and they will continue to help me as I continue to journey. But some people throughout my writing lifetime have told me this one piece of advice which I completely ran with, much to the detriment, I feel, of my writing. And that is to limit descriptions, to pare down everything as much as possible, to get your story as shiny and polished and perfect as possible by taking out any unnecessary words, taking out any unnecessary descriptions. I was once told if you describe a sword hanging on a wall in a castle, then you had better have the hero using that sword later. And so that is kind of good advice. But you have to be careful about taking any advice to the extreme, and so I did. I took it to the extreme because I kept hearing it. I kept hearing people say, both in my real life and on the internet, stop using adjectives. Adjectives are the enemy. You want everything to be clear, concise, done. You know, and descriptions should be as limited as possible. And so as a result, I went through the book that I'm actually editing now. I wrote it quite some time ago and I edited it a bit then, and I went through and I pared it down and I pared it down and I took out anything that felt like it was a little bit fluffy, a loose end, anything. And as a result, reading back through it now, it is an emotionless husk of a story. It doesn't feel engaging at all, and so I'm having to go and put the heart back in that I accidentally took out. The biggest thing to watch out for, I know that a lot of authors have a problem with over-describing, and I might too, to some extent, but I don't think I have it to the extent that a lot of young authors have it, and I was given that advice as a young author probably because a lot of young authors have that problem, and not necessarily because it was a problem that I specifically had. Because people weren't necessarily reading my work and then telling me this, they were just telling me this as like blanket advice for all of my writing. And they were wrong. You should describe things. Watch out for over-describing, of course. You should. I don't care what anyone says. I love adjectives. I fucking love adjectives, and you can just get over it. I'm gonna put them in my story. They're gonna be there, and they're gonna be perfect. I'm not gonna try and use too many, but I will use them. And I will use adverbs, and I will use all of the things to describe the other things. Because when you take out too much, your story becomes soulless, or at least mine did. Yeah. And if I'm describing a room and I put a sword on the wall, perhaps it is to tell you something about the character who lives in that room. Perhaps you now know that he favors sword decor, and you wonder to yourself, is that sword usable, or is it a not usable sword? What does this tell me about this character? So the character does not have to directly interact with the sword for the sword to be important to the story and your description of the room and the way it informs the character. So that was the worst piece of writing advice, for the moment, that I ever took completely to heart. What would you say is the worst piece of writing advice that you ever took and ran with to the extreme that you should not have? What is just some bad writing advice that you've gotten in the past that you felt has really hampered you instead of helped you? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear all about your writing adventures. And I'll see you next time when we will probably have a book review for you. Yay!